Imagine shouting for help, but your lips don't move. Not a single muscle twitches, yet the machine hears you perfectly. It knows your fear before you even feel it. This isn't telepathy. This is the reality of intentional language decoding that arrived in 2025. We have crossed the line from reading data to reading the soul. Before we dive into this digital abyss, I need you to make a choice. Will you stay human or join the hive mind? Click subscribe and like now to keep your humanity intact. We are about to expose the truth they don't want you to know. Now, look closely. The Trojan horse has already entered the city gates, and its name is evolution. It begins with a miracle, of course. Biblical salvation delivered by silicon. The year is 2026. Blind sight becomes reality. Even those who have lost both eyes will see again. At first, it looks like old Atari graphics, blocky, pixelated, crude. But within months, it sharpens into 95% reality. By 2027, with multi-device implantation, we aren't just fixing broken parts, we are upgrading the hardware of God's creation. But here is the chilling question. If your eyes are cameras, who is watching the feed? But restoring sight was just the warm-up act. By 2028, the real transformation begins. We stop being purely biological and start becoming centaurs. Not the half-horse myths of old, but half-machine gods. Imagine 25,000 electrodes. Think of them as high-speed fiber optic cables, burrowing deep into your cerebral cortex. You aren't just thinking anymore, you are processing at the speed of light. This is the era of symbiosis. Your nervous system no longer ends at your fingertips. It flows wirelessly into your car, into drones, into factory robots. You think lift, and a crane moves. You feel the engine's heat as your own body temperature. It feels like infinite power. But ask yourself this chilling question. If your mind is connected to the cloud, who is holding the leash of this new beast? And where does this high-speed highway lead? To the holy grail of Silicon Valley, the conquest of death itself. They call it digital immortality. Within 20 years, the goal is to map your entire connectome, every memory, every scar, every secret love, and turn it into a simple file. You become a backup. Physical death becomes nothing more than a hardware malfunction. You simply download Ep1 into a new synthetic body. It sounds like paradise, doesn't it? Eternal life on a hard drive. But here's the glitch in the matrix that nobody talks about. If your soul is just a file, what happens when someone decides to hit edit? But how? How do we map 86 billion neurons without frying the brain? The key was found in 2026 at USC. They call it causal fractal memory. Think of it like a hologram. You don't need to see the whole picture to know what it is. By observing just a single neuron, they found the mathematical topology of the entire brain network. It is like looking at a single drop of seawater and understanding the currents of the entire Pacific Ocean. The barrier to reading the mind didn't just lower, it evaporated. But this scientific triumph is exactly the key that unlocked the gates of hell for what comes next. Welcome to the era of brainjacking. The moment your brain becomes a computer, it inherits every single flaw of a computer. Viruses, malware, system crashes, and yes, the back door. It is not just about reading thoughts anymore, it is about writing them. Your deepest secrets are now just data waiting to be stolen. We are now facing blue bugging and blue snarfing of the soul. Hackers don't need to touch you, they just need a connection. And in this brave new world, your mind has no firewall. So tell me, if your thoughts can be intercepted like a text message, who is really in control of your mind right now? Now, imagine you are standing in a packed subway car during rush hour. Someone 10 meters away, about the length of this carriage, pulls out a tablet. They aren't trying to steal your credit card number. They are executing blue bugging on your neural implant. Without touching you, they are intercepting your anxiety, your sudden attraction to a stranger, your fatigue. But 10 meters is just the warm-up. With blue snarfing, that radius expands to 100 meters. That is the length of an entire football field. Your brain is no longer a private sanctuary. It is an unencrypted radio station broadcasting your soul to anyone with the right antenna. We have effectively created the Bluetooth of the soul, and you can't just turn it off. If data theft scares you, this next part should terrify you. Hackers don't just want to listen. Sometimes they want to break things. Enter the denial of service attack, or DOS. But they aren't crashing a website. They are flooding your neural chip with junk data until the battery drains instantly. 1 second you are walking, the next, total darkness. Imagine a Parkinson's patient who relies on the chip to move. A hacker triggers a kill switch and their body instantly freezes. The muscles lock up. They are conscious, screaming inside, but unable to twitch a finger. This isn't just hacking anymore. It is remote murder. It is biological ransomware. And the ransom is your life.